In a quiet, sun-dappled forest where ancient trees stood tall and streams flowed clear, there lived a young squirrel named Pip. Pip was known for his bright, curious eyes and his small, nimble frame, but what truly set him apart was his adventurous spirit. Pip was the smallest of his siblings, but his heart was brave, and he was always the first to climb the tallest branches or chase after something new. His family and friends loved him dearly, though they often chuckled and teased him for being the littlest adventurer. One crisp autumn morning, the forest buzzed with activity as animals of all sizes prepared for the cold months ahead. Pip scampered about, his tiny paws digging up acorns and berries, which he carefully placed in his winter storage. As he paused by a tree, Pip noticed his friend Tilly the rabbit nearby, looking worried and a little sad. Pip hurried over to her, his fluffy tail twitching in concern. "Tilly, are you all right?" he asked, his voice gentle and caring. Tilly sighed, her long ears drooping as she looked down. "Oh, Pip, I don't know what to do. My burrow is so far from the best foraging spots, and I haven't found enough food for the winter. I've tried my best, but it just doesn't seem like enough." Her voice was barely a whisper, and Pip could see the worry in her eyes. Without a moment's hesitation, Pip chirped up, "Don't worry, Tilly. I'll help you gather food. Together we'll fill up your burrow before winter comes." Tilly's eyes brightened, but she hesitated, looking nervously toward a large oak tree on the other side of the forest. "Thank you, Pip," she said slowly, "but be careful. The best berries and acorns are near the big oak tree, where the hawk sometimes flies by. I'd never forgive myself if you got hurt trying to help me." Pip gave Tilly a reassuring smile. "I'll be careful," he promised. "But I can't leave you without food, Tilly. Friends look out for each other." And with that, Pip turned and dashed toward the big oak tree, his heart pounding with excitement. The forest floor was blanketed in a quilt of red, yellow, and orange leaves, crunching softly beneath his paws as he darted past trees and fallen logs. When he reached the oak, Pip marveled at the bounty before him. Berries and nuts were scattered all around, ripe and ready for gathering. Pip worked quickly, filling his tiny paws and cheeks with as much food as he could carry. He was so focused on his task that he didn't notice the faint shadow passing over the ground. Suddenly, a loud whoosh of wings echoed above him, and Pip's heart skipped a beat. The hawk was nearby. Pip froze, his ears pricked as he scanned the sky. High above, the hawk circled, its sharp eyes searching the ground for any sign of movement. Pip knew he couldn't leave without Tilly's food, but he also knew he couldn't outrun the hawk in the open. Thinking quickly, Pip spotted a thick patch of branches and leafy shadows beneath the big oak tree. He darted toward it, huddling under the cover, his heart racing as he clutched his stash of berries and nuts close to his chest. The hawk circled overhead, its piercing gaze sweeping over the forest floor, but it didn't spot Pip hidden among the shadows and thick branches. After a few tense moments, the hawk let out a cry and soared away, disappearing into the distant treetops. With a sigh of relief, Pip emerged from his hiding spot. He took a deep breath, feeling a surge of pride and determination. Gathering the rest of the food, Pip stuffed his cheeks until he could hardly carry another berry. Then, he turned and made his way back to Tilly's burrow, scurrying over the forest floor with excitement and relief. When Pip finally reached Tilly's burrow, he carefully deposited the pile of food outside her door, his cheeks puffed with pride. Tilly, who had been anxiously waiting, gasped when she saw him. Her eyes filled with tears of gratitude as she looked at the pile of berries, acorns, and nuts before her. "Oh, Pip," she said, her voice choked with emotion. "Thank you. I don't know what I would have done without you. You're the bravest friend anyone could have." Pip blushed, his small chest puffed out with pride. "It was nothing, Tilly," he said modestly. "I couldn't leave you without food. We're friends after all, and friends always help each other." News of Pip's brave deed quickly spread through the forest. The other animals whispered about the little squirrel who had dared to gather food near the big oak, even with the hawk lurking above. The wise old owl, who had watched Pip from a distance, decided to share the story with all the forest creatures, gathering them one evening under the stars. "Listen, everyone. the owl said in his deep, wise voice. "Our little Pip here has shown us the true meaning of courage. It doesn't take size or strength to be brave. It takes heart, kindness, and the willingness to do what's right, even when it's scary." The animals all cheered, their voices echoing through the trees. Pip's cheeks flushed with happiness as his friends praised him. Even though he was just a little squirrel, Pip felt as proud as any mighty creature. From that day forward, Pip was known not only as the littlest adventurer, but as a true hero in the forest. He continued to help his friends whenever they needed it, earning their trust and love. And every winter, when the nights were long and cold, the animals of the forest would huddle together and tell the tale of the brave little squirrel, who showed them that courage could come in the smallest of packages. And so, Pip's story lived on, warming the hearts of animals for many years to come.